It seems that the suspect in Shanquella's death is already panicking as more and more details are revealed. Who do you think is guilty in this case? And will the murderers finally be punished? Let's take a closer look. Welcome to the Celeb Life channel. Today, we will talk about what has become known about the investigation into the mysterious death of Shaquella Robinson. In fact, we still haven't got the full picture of what happened. For those who are not familiar with this case, 25-year-old Shaquella Robinson was a graduate of Winston-Salem State University, an American businesswoman, founder of her clothing brand, hairdresser, and a well-known person on social networks in her hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina. During a trip to Cabo with her friends, she died just 24 hours after arriving. On October 28, 2022, Robinson traveled to Mexico with a friend and 5 fellow travelers, 3 women and 3 men, some of whom were identified as Khalil Cook, Malik Saint, Patrick Dyer, Venter Essence Donovan, Alyssa Michelle Hyatt, DJ Jackson, Nazir Wiggins for a short vacation. Shanquella settled in a villa in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, with ocean view, 5 luxurious bedrooms, open kitchen. The cost is about $1,300 per night. This vacation was supposed to be perfect. At least, that's what it seemed, because these friends were very close to her. In the disturbing video, which has already gone viral, a woman is beaten by her comrades, and other so-called closest friends do not even try to separate them. The main aggressor, as seen in the video, is DJ Jackson, who violently hit the girl in the face and neck and also finished off the already lying Shanquella with her feet. When the doctors arrived, Shanquella and friends told about alcohol poisoning, but after the autopsy, it became known only about a neck fracture and not a drop of alcohol in the body. The idea of alcohol poisoning was promoted by almost the entire company of friends and hypocritically empathized with Robinson's parents. A death certificate obtained by news agencies states that Robinson died from severe spinal cord injury and dislocation of the atlas. According to VK Veterinary Clinics, atlantoaxial dislocation or dislocation of the atlas is a condition in which there is unstable or excessive mobility of the first 2 vertebrae of the neck. The first 2 bones of the neck are called the atlas and the axis. Atlas is the first bone present in the neck and located closest to the skull. Shanquella's mother noted that her daughter likes to sleep in the underwear she wears in the video, so most likely the incident occurred right after she took a nap. As Salamondra Robinson said, "Someone called me and told me even before they arrived in Charlotte, North Carolina, that they were fighting her there. So I didn't know how true it was. So after they came back and Shanquella passed away, the video appeared on Facebook and someone sent it to my family. She was a good kid, she had a big heart, and she didn't deserve to be treated like this." And it is not surprising that the analyst Nancy Grace fully supported the mother of the deceased. According to Nancy, it is quite obvious that we are dealing with a pre-planned murder. It doesn't look like a spontaneous quarrel. Just look at it. While Shanquella was sleeping, her friends all together suddenly decided to come in, took seats to shoot it as an entertainment show, and it started as per instructions. As Doris added, "She was my personal stylist. She loved to dress. She was always one call away from me. I feel like we don't really realize how little time we have with the people we love. Life is fragile, fleeting, complex, and confusing. All good things come to an end someday, but we still have difficulty processing them. I wish this had never happened to Quella." The initial report stated that the doctor arrived within an hour and found the woman in stable condition, but dehydrated and unable to speak. The doctor said that she should go to the hospital. It was dangerous to leave her unattended in such a state, but her friends refused. The mother, Salamondra Robinson, asked why they couldn't take her to the hospital, but in response, she received a made-up story about health insurance. Allegedly, they needed $5,000 just to have her examined in the emergency department. It is not surprising that the woman's condition has only worsened. According to the initial police report, she started having trouble breathing and pulse. Her mother obviously doesn't believe in the alcohol poisoning story or the insurance story. Moreover, the friends with whom Salamondra Robinson contacted by phone did not sound upset or worried about anything. It seems that all 6 companions simply lied and immediately returned to the United States, hoping to avoid punishment. It's not known what her so-called friends were hoping for, but it's easy to put 2 and 2 together here. Later, an equally disturbing video also appeared in which the victim was resting in a hammock and voices were heard off screen. "Oh, we got our first corpse. Dead body, body, body." At the moment, justice for Shanquella was already trending on Twitter and everyone expected that the police would arrest Cabo 6, but this has not yet happened. Local news in Cabo reported that Mexican authorities had issued an extradition and arrest warrant, but no suspects were named. And according to the Charlotte Observer, officials must decide whether an arrest warrant issued by Mexican authorities makes sense and whether a U.S. citizen should be extradited for a crime committed against another U.S. citizen than in another country. If an arrest warrant is issued in the United States, the accused in a case like the Robinson case can fight extradition and ask to be tried in the United States. News sources began to pay less and less attention to this case, and, of course, Robinson's parents are not happy with this. After all, the criminals are still at large. The only good news is a recent update from Mexican investigative journalist Geraldo Zuniga. He went live on his YouTube channel to discuss the case. And interestingly, he noticed a photo where 911 had already arrived and a woman in an unstable condition was dressed by her friends and carried her body to another room. Zuniga said the new photos will be handed over to the Mexican police to help with the investigation. Fans say it looks like Cabo 6 has also colluded with the doctor. All their actions are aimed at covering up the case. No matter who helped kill her or prevented it, they all deserve at least 6 months to 3 years to rot in prison. That's all for today. While the investigation is still ongoing, we, in any case, hope that Shanquella will get the justice she deserves.